Why do you think Black women are being overlooked? Is it because we are perceived as women that are stronger?
When I was supposed to have my second child, I was constantly calling the GPs and telling them how I felt. With so many questions, I'm being turned down and told that I don't think this is something that you should raise alarm about. At the point where I had the miscarriage, I was on the phone.
Oh, sorry, you lost the baby.
Yes, I lost the baby. The pain was almost like I was giving birth. It was a different experience for me.
So instead of caring for me and watching all the signs to say that I was progressing, the midwife was caring for me from far away. So essentially, the baby was born without the midwife being prepared. And my daughter had the cord wrapped around her neck several times. And the midwife's comment was, "You have an incredibly long cord." And I thought that is God's doing, that cord was not short and strangled my child and left her with brain damage. Because that's what would have happened. I think at the end of the day, it's just to listen. That's what keeps coming up. Just listen to a mother.
Tales unfold through voices strong, stories told, connections formed. We find our place. Echoes of our
Hello, welcome to Echoes of Our Community. This is a platform where we look at subjects and topics to encourage, to build our communities. And we do this by looking at topics that bring out the vulnerability of different people. And that's why it's real. And I want to appreciate everybody that has been able to contribute to one subject or the other. Today, we're looking at a subject that we started before, but we're continuing. And we're looking at health inequalities, especially with maternal health. It's a journey for so many moms. And the stats are out there that we look at in terms of whether they're just having a baby today or they've had that baby or children more than a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years ago. It's still a journey and it can still be trauma. It can be an issue of trauma for so many. So today we're having two wonderful people here. We've had Buki before, but Buki is back and she's brought somebody else because she's a real advocate. And I really want to appreciate you being here tonight. So we're going to get you to introduce yourself again and then we're going to introduce Joy.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Buki Oladokan. I'm a midwife, a health visitor, a public health specialist, and also a mum of 3.
Wow, thank you. And we have Joy Ajaro. Joy, I was looking at your profile before and it was like, you're a mom, you're an entrepreneur, you're a wife. Do you want to tell us a bit about your journey, where you're from, how did you come to the UK and how's that been for you? Mixing all those elements together.
Okay, my name is Joy Ajaro and I'm a mom of 2 beautiful girls and I'm an entrepreneur too. I'm into events and decorations. And it's been a beautiful journey, but it's been a kind of journey that I had to find my strengths along the way. Would I say survival skill in a system that's not working or you don't see it working. So I started to build, all the capacity I needed to build just to survive in that system.
Wow.
And I don't see changing really soon. So
okay. So Buki, you've met Joy. So was it in the same process of having a baby or what how did your paths cross?
Our paths actually crossed through Parent Action, I believe. Yeah. So Parent Action.
With Josephine.
Yeah. The amazing Josephine.
Yeah.
So I believe we met each other a few years ago now. Yeah, through Parent Action. Particularly, I would say, around the Black maternal voices. So they have a group of mothers who have had experiences of inequality and trauma and all came together to say that, they wanted to support and prevent other mothers from going through the same thing. And Joy is probably one of the quite earlier members of the Black maternal voices. Yeah.
So if you wanted to fight for other moms, that means you must have a story yourself. So what's your story?
I think it's how the system is, and we felt that we could come together and, be a voice to so many moms, especially the ones that are just coming in and are facing so many problems in terms of trying to even get an appointment. Some people are scared to even go to the GP to book an appointment and all of that. So I would say when I was supposed to have my second child, I was constantly calling the GPs and telling them how I felt and how bad, my tummy aches and all of that. And they were like,
how many were you pregnant then?
Yeah, 4
months? 4 months. Okay.
Yeah. Just telling them how I felt and everything. And, with so many questions, I'm being turned down and told that I don't think this is something that you should, raise alarm about. And even at the point where I had the miscarriage, I was on the phone.
Oh, sorry, you lost the baby.
Yes, I lost the baby. So
sorry to hear that.
Thank you. So I was on the phone constantly calling them. Nobody was answering. I called the ambulance, and the words were, "Is she talking? Is she doing this?" So I had to crawl to my neighbor to help me because the pain was almost like I was giving birth. It was a different experience for me. I think it was worse than, actually giving birth. And the neighbor was able to help me call the ambulance. It took time before they came though. And I got to the hospital. I kept, imagine like 5 doctors coming there to asking you the same question and you're in pain. And it occurred to me that there's no help. There's no help, and there's nothing like, I'm sorry this happened, or maybe investigations after all of those things has happened. So I just felt that, I don't want to go that route.
You said 5 doctors came round you to do what? To say what and act how?
Ask you same questions when I was bleeding. They were asking me, how do you feel? So what made you come? And all of that. And I was like,
are you serious?
So the last one, I said, can you go and ask the last person that came to, expatiate on whatever thing you want to know. So it was traumatizing for me to see that I'm going through pain. I'm only just trying to get stable, and you are coming to ask me continuously. And it was really terrible for me. It made me see that, just like I was talking to Ms. Boku the other day, I said, I don't want to go through that stress again. If there's but even if I don't want to go through that stress, I still don't want other moms to go through whatever I've gone through.
So what happened immediately after the miscarriage? Was that the end of it?
That was the end of it, nothing. I went back home. And, the thing goes, like, I think it's in stages. There's a time when the clotted blood comes out.
Yes.
That time the person passes out, like you don't know what's happening. And there's no support. There's nothing.
From my knowledge then, because I've had a miscarriage before, and what they're saying, they said they can offer you counseling and things like that. Did they offer you that?
No,
nothing?
No counseling.
Okay.
It's so counseling. It's just...
Bookie.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
My hope is that things have changed, because yes and no.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there is supposed to be specialist bereavement midwives in every hospital now.
Oh.
I'm not sure if you had any contact with at that time.
No.
So my hope is that there is some realization about the care that is needed. But on top of that, we go back to the issue of inequality.
Yes.
Black women are a lot more likely to face pregnancy loss and baby loss.
Yes.
And not necessarily have culturally sensitive.
So now I'm going to pull both of you into that a bit more, because when we say, why do you think Black women are being overlooked? Why do you think that is? Because I want us to be very real in terms of, is it because we are perceived as women that are stronger? Or is it believed that we can handle our own? Or is it believed that we don't know how to ask? I just want us to, maybe they don't know. Let's talk about that.
I think the theme for both of us, both having gone through our own experiences as well, and I think what we both landed at, and I don't think it's going to be a surprise, is that we're not listened to.
Yeah.
Whenever we talk and we say that we're feeling somehow, we're in pain, this is going on, nobody stops to just say, actually, let me just investigate what she's saying.
That is true.
Yeah. And another thing is the orientation. People are not being given. I think when you come into a different society like this, you need to be given an orientation. So after I lost my my second pregnancy,
Sorry, please talk us through that. How many have you lost?
Just
okay.
So after I lost that, before I, had my last daughter, I made sure that I got all the necessary information that I needed.
Yeah.
I made sure that I knew my rights.
Yes.
I made sure that I knew what to say and what I could ask of them. What I could question them for and everything.
Which you didn't have before.
Which I didn't have before. So I think that's why I suffered, the last time. So it made me to start to go to, those local community groups to ask questions, to get those education. At a point, I didn't necessarily need to go into the hospital because, they were doing stuff about feeding, about breast, giving birth, your bed plan, and all of those things. All of those things were in place. So when I got there and I was speaking, they knew that I knew what I was talking about. So
and they would respect you more.
Yes.
And that makes me think about, is it that they capitalize on the ignorance of women as well?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. But when they know
there's a difference.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
And I think but even... I think it can be a yes and a no because sometimes you know, but you still don't feel listened to.
You still face inequality. Well, take me for example. That's what happened with me. I mean, I'm a midwife, and still, my last birth was traumatic.
Okay.
And I think for me, it was almost the flip, knowing that you're looking after a midwife. So when I first got to car park, I was in pain, like I was definitely in, advanced labor. The looks of disgust that people were giving me in the car park. Nobody offered to help us. It was another Black professional that came and said, "Oh, can I get you a wheelchair to wheel you up?" So that was one trauma in itself. When I then got onto the birthing center, the way I was spoken to, get off the wheelchair, right? You need to go to the toilet and pass urine and all of that. And I was just like, I remember crying in the toilet and saying, "Not today. I can't fight you today." Because I'm contracting. And what changed was this midwife looked at my notes and saw that I was a midwife. Oh, you could click. And everything changed.
And that's what I said, when they know maybe they feel...
Again, yes and no. Because then when it was time for me to deliver, this was my third baby, my deliveries are quick. So instead of caring for me and watching all the signs to say that I was progressing, the midwife was caring for me from far away. So essentially, the baby was born without the midwife being prepared.
Wow.
And my daughter had the cord wrapped around her neck several times. And the midwife's comment was, "You have an incredibly long cord." And I thought that is God's doing. That cord was not short and strangled my child and left her with brain damage. Because that's what would have happened.
And what would be the result? Oh, we're sorry, that shouldn't have happened.
But just to show you the parallels, there are I always say there's two types of mothers that I think people don't necessarily even always realize. You have the mother who is a professional, who you believe is read up, born, raised in this country. We still feel
they hate you.
We still feel the same. We still experience the same inequalities. Talk less of mothers who have just come in.
English is their second language.
Additional support. So we have to look at it. One size does not fit all. Do not think that just because mothers who have just come into this country might not have English as their first language. We also, on the other hand, are also experiencing the same. So whatever we do is we need to make sure that we need to support mothers where they are, with the situation that they're in. And I think at the end of the day, it's just to listen. That's what keeps coming up. Just listen to a mother.
Wow, this is powerful. Joy, so you've been on this journey, being supported by Bookie to make sure that other moms don't go through what you've gone through.
Yeah.
How has that been with you so far? Have you made impact? Have you seen any changes? Yeah. Or is it still a journey you're on?
It's a journey, and we've made impact in sense of we have, from Parent Actions, we have a beautiful group called Maternity Mates that, the help comes in from period of pregnancy, going for appointments, all of the things that the mom needs and all of those things. There are so many things that, we help those moms do that will take off their table. And sometimes when they need somebody to speak with, they need to walk in the park. They want, all of those things that have just been left, and maybe people feel that they don't need help in those areas. We've been able, even on, till the period of birth in the world and all of that. Even I think we now start to form relationships and a community. Yes. I think I listened to one of your podcasts when one of the counselors seated.
Oh, my podcast.
and she said, we will not see changes until we build a community, strong community. And that community is what we need at this point, because we'll keep talking. Mm-hmm. They would give you an opportunity to start, but they will not really fund your idea. They will not fund the result of what you're talking about. So we need to build a community. We need to look far from saying, we don't, this is not our place or something.
Yeah.
We need a strong community with that. When they see us coming in, just like when the maternity mates are beside the women, there's always a changes in the room, because they know that this person knows what the person is talking about.
They've got other people around as well.
So there's always changes. So imagine if that community is all around, not just in maternity, all around. When you say you're calling on doctors, you're calling on lawyers, and the community is strong.
You know what? You've said it. And I think that's what we're talking about now. We want to build communities in different elements. And that is why we're here on this podcast right now, talking about that. And I want to say thank you and well done. And don't give up on what you're doing until we get to that place where we build that community, because I think that is the solution to so many of the issues we're facing. And I want to say thank you, Bookie, for all the support you're providing to people like Joy and, and so many other moms out there. And well done to you, because if we have more of you, especially in Parent Action that I'm aware of, and I do work with them. So I think we're going somewhere with this. And I've said that before. So we are on a journey. And I think Joy made a very powerful comment. We need to build community. Not just because it's maternal health, which is the topic at this point in time, but on so many topics that we're bringing on echoes of our community. We're listening, and we want to listen more. We want to hear more. So if you feel there's a topic that we need to explore, please share. Let's talk about it, and let's build community together. So thank you once again to Bookie. Thank you, Joy. And I'll see you next time on Echoes of Our Community. Thank you.